Yeah, so welcome to another video, guys. So today we shall discuss this question: number of restricted paths from last node. So given problem statement is can be very confusing. So let me simplify the problem statement for you guys. First, let's have a look at the input, what they are given in the question. So in the question, they are giving us n, which is number of vertices, and they are giving us array of edges, where each edge has three elements: u, v, and w. U and V are vertices, and W is a weighted edge between them, right? So this is what an input looks like. Apart from that, there are certain terms, certain definition that is given from them. The first definition is distance to last node x. So instead of calling this distance to last node x, let us call it distria, dist of x. So it is nothing but the shortest path, shortest distance from last. It's quite simple, right? So d, let us call it this to d. D of 5 is 0. Distance from 5. Distance between vertex 5 and 5 is 0. Shortest distance. Similarly, d of 2 is 2. D of 3 is 1. D of 1 is 4. Similarly, d of 4 equal to 6. Right? This is the first definition they have given. So the question is how you will find this array. The answer is simple. You must have heard of this graph algorithm called Dijkstra's algorithm. It's pretty simple. If you are not familiar with Dijkstra's algorithm, I'm sure there are lots of online blogs which will explain Dijkstra's algorithm. So please check those out. So okay, now they are giving some another definition. Distance to last. Sorry, another definition is restricted path. So let us first understand what is the restricted path, right? So consider this a path A, B, C, and N. So whichever path following this condition, D of 1 is greater than D of A, comma D of A greater than D of B, dot up to D of C greater than D of N. I mean the path following this condition. The distance from the last node of the previous element should be greater than distance of the next element. So whichever path follows these conditions are known as restricted paths. So they are asking. So in the question they are asking us to return all the number of restricted paths starting from one, right? For example, 1, 2, and 5 is one restricted path because d of 1 is 4, d of 2 is 2, and d of 5 is 0. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, and 5 is another restricted path because its distance from last node is 4, its 2, its d of 3 is 1 and 4. Similarly, 1, 3, 5, its d of 1 is 4, d of 3 is 1. So we need to find all those number of paths. So let us first let us understand how we can solve this question. Okay, let me switch back to a whiteboard. Okay. So as we defined earlier, what is d of x? Is a d of x. You may call it d of x or dist of x, whatever, whichever is good to you, right? Shortest distance from last node. We will use the Dijkstra's algorithm to find it. So before going into the explanation of solution, just check it out the Dijkstra's algorithm. Once you check it out, calculate the d's, right? That is d of 1, d of 2, blah 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 to d of n. Yeah. So once you have this, let us go back to the solution, right? Let me erase all the extra stuff. Okay. Let me first define a recursive solution. So f of x is number of restricted path from vertex x, right? So if we define the our recursion like in this way, then f of n will be clearly one, right? And according to the question, they are asking us to return all the restricted paths starting from one. So we need to return this. Okay. So let's have a look at recursion tree. So this is the D's. This is our example. Maybe I will put it here. This is D's, which is distance from last node. So D of 1 is 4, D of 2 is 2, D of 3 is 1, D of 6 is like this. I have taken the value from this snippet, right? So we need to return f of 1 as we discussed earlier. So let us find out how we can calculate f of 1. So what all vertices are adjacent to 1? Those are 3, 2 and 4. Let me write their D's on top of them, so it will be easy for us. So D of 1 is 4, D of 3 is 1, D of 2 is 2, D of 4 is 6, D of 1 is 4, D of 2 is 2, D of 5 is 0, D of 1 is 4, 5, 0 and 3 is 1. Okay, right. Uh, so these are three adjacent vertices to 1. Yeah, we need to choose all those adjacent vertices whose D of that vertex should be less than R1, right? So in this case, D of 4 is greater than 1, hence we won't be considering this case. So this is out from the picture, out from the request. D of 3 and D of 2 are less than 1, so we will also explore this subcases. So let us first explore this subcase. What all vertices are adjacent to 3? Those are 1, 2 and 5. D of 1 is greater than D of 3, hence we won't consider this case. D of 2 is greater than D of 1, and D of 2 is greater than D of 3, hence we won't consider in this case. But D of 5 is less than D of 1, hence we will consider this case. We already know this is the base case, its answer will be 1. Its answer will be 1, right? So we will return simply 1. So its value is 1, so f of 3 is also 1, right? F of 5 is 1, f of 3 is also 1. Let's explore this case. Uh, Vertices adjacent to 2 are 1, 5 and 3. D of 1 is greater than D of 2, hence we want to consider in this case. D of 5 is 0 and D of 2 is 2, hence we have to consider this case. We already know its solution is 1, so I will return 1. And f of 3, D of 1, D of 3 is less than D of 2, hence we have to consider this case. We already know the solution of 3 from here, right? Hence I will be returning 1 here, so f of 2 is 2, f of 3 is 1, and f of 1 is 3, right? So this is what a recursive tree for this particular example look like. Now the question is, can we convert this recursion into a DP? Yes, surely we can. That's what we need to do to get this solution accepted. So we need to first define a DP of length n, where n is number of vertices, and we need to store all the subcases which we have solved earlier. I mean, if we solve a subcase, if it's if that subcase is already solved, we will simply return dp of that particular vertices. Otherwise, we need to calculate for the subcase, store into a dp and return that dp. So this is how that dp will work. So let me switch to our lead code solution. I have already uh, programmed for Dijkstra's algorithm. So I will simply start from the dp1. So this is the Dijkstra's algorithm. I'm sure it's easy to understand. Just go through one of the online resources and you will get it about the Dijkstra's algorithm, right? So let us first do for a DP solution. Let me define a DP of n. Let me uh, populate Initialize all the DP with int min, so this way we will know about whether this particular subcase was already solved. 0 graph and DP. And ELE and graph. We need to also pass the dist, I think. Yeah, dist. Otherwise, how will solve the question? If it's not equal to int min, which means it was already solved. Okay, we need to also consider the base case. Okay. So let me define it as a long. This way, everything will be good. Since we need to return its modulo to 10 power 9 plus 10 power 6 plus 9, I think. Let it let me write it in good way. We need to check if its dist of ELE is greater than dist of ADJ. Adjacent uh, vertices. If it is a case, we need to explore that subcase. Find the ADJ graph dp comma dist. Uh, Once it's done, dp is equal to count return dp. That's all. That's it. Just one last thing I need to pass. I need to return the modulo. So let me 10 power 10 power 9 plus 7, I think. Yes. Let me check if we did everything right, correct. So this is okay. This is correct. This is also correct. Yeah. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm connecting to internet. Oh man. Why it is returning 0? Something something is wrong. Let me check. What is wrong? Okay. This went max. Now it's working. Answer is 1 for the second case. Okay, let me submit. Okay, so this is the solution. The solution was accepted, as you can see. This is the whole solution. Uh, Let me align the solution at one go. So this is the main crux basically. Uh, except from that, everything is Dijkstra's algorithm. I'm sure it's not a big deal. Dijkstra algorithm. So this is the Dijkstra algorithm, and this is the case. So this solution has been accepted. Go check it out. Try coding the solution on your own. If not, then have refer the video. Yeah, refer the video and okay then. Thank you guys and happy coding.